Fun fact for all you vampire lovers. Did you know that the only reason that vampires can't see themselves in a mirror is because mirrors used to be lined with silver on the back? The back used to have like a lining of silver, which is considered a pure metal, and it blocked the vampires, which is crazy. It has nothing to do with them being like paranormal, or just like not having a human body. It has to do with the silver. And what's crazy is that mirrors nowadays are made with an aluminum backing, which isn't a pure metal. So modern vampires would see themselves in a mirror, which is interesting because it's like that's kind of crazy if the whole lore was that you couldn't see yourself in the mirror, and then you were like one of these new Twilight vampires, and you walk past and you're like, "Whoa, am I a vampire?" This fact helps nobody. How am I supposed to use this fact in everyday life, you may be asking? You're not, but I mean, that's pretty much my page, low key. I don't think I've said something useful all year. What you are looking at is an incredibly rare view of the Statue of Liberty from the balcony of its torch. This has been closed for about 100 years. People aren't allowed up in the torch anymore. So yeah, you can't really see this view anymore. And I'll be the first to say it if you haven't said it already. Waves. The Statue of Liberty is dipping, dripping, jet skiing, do-rag ready. I mean, wave check, historical wave check. You would never guess. I think it's because of the whole her being a giant white woman, but who knew that she was straight up dipping underneath that crown? It's pretty dope. So the balcony was actually closed for 100 years because of an explosion back in 1916. It was the explosion of the island of Black Tom, the Black Tom Island. So the island of Black Tom is also in the New York harbor, and on July 30th, 1916, there was a huge explosion in the middle of the night, and the shrapnel hit the Statue of Liberty, the arm was closed off to the public, and even 100 years later, we don't know why, but it's still closed off. Now, this explosion was initially written off as negligence, but we actually found out through an investigation way later that it was actually Germany. We were secretly, making little productions of military equipment and weapons, and we were shipping it off to Britain and France during the war. The Germany saw that. They were like, nah, and they blew that thing up and then lied about it. We actually didn't even open up the case again until Hitler started tripping. But yeah, that explosion closed the arm off. Now people can't go up to the torch. It's been like that ever since. I wonder what's up there. Might be some other stuff going on, huh? But the Statue of Liberty has waves. That led me on a whole black hole. But she got waves, people. Wave check.